So I had to do a little bit of rewriting, and then I'll get jump back onto things.
Okay. With I got a question for you, Ryan. With the type of maturity that you draw into the books, is there any blowback from the publisher? Did you ever
No,
hear any?
they're
No.
they're they're whole hog. So they're all about horror and about blood and sex and all that kind of stuff. So they're happy with whatever we do. We've had no issues at all. Uh, our book isn't even that explicit, really.
Hmm.
There's I'd say it's pretty minimal. It's pretty tame, but it's a lot of like fun stuff that there's blood and gore and stuff, but there's nothing that's gonna keep you up at night.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's
So
tasteful. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
you might see a penis here once in a while, or
Almost every issue has a
Oh,
penis hidden somewhere.
so it's like
it's
Where's Waldo?
yes,
Yeah, so
yeah,
keep an eye open.
Okay.
Uh,
What? All right. So every issue.
yeah,
has a hidden penis. Yes,
yeah, probably. You know,
All right. So Steven, do you write that in or insert penis here?
I
Or
do. I definitely do not. So it's great when I see it because I'm like fucking Ryan. I love him. He just I just love when I mean he surprises me all the time with little special things, which is great. Um, unless of course it's like a scene where you know Doug was to get out of bed in the nude and he's you know throwing back some whiskey and smoking a cigarette. Then Ryan would know. Yeah, we got to draw that, but he takes it upon himself to put some stuff in here and there.
yeah. So visually, there's a lot of fun stuff to like look for and find. So it's never really boring. Yeah.
uh, yeah, Jack Purcell is going to be making an appearance at Alternate Universe LLC pretty soon. Yes, Jack, I did say that. So, I. Oh my God!
We're off the rails.
All right, so Steve, also,
Where's
when
Peony?
where's Peony?
Yes.
When
Yes.
what was the most absurd thing that you have seen come from Ryan's studio that came across your page and you just looked at it and you were like, "Effing Ryan, you did it again," or you just like burst out laughing, and you were like, "This is bloody brilliant, man." What what do you what can you recall what that one piece was, and then we'll get to that comment by Irwin.
Oh boy. You know, there might have been in the bloody gore scene with Demon Johnny. There was a lot of stuff going on in there, and it was just there's severed heads and guts and this, that, and the other thing, and I think there's a boob hanging out of some lady, and so there's some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
he scored big on that, so yeah.
All right, Sophia, want to bring up that last comment, please?
Ye-
You want to read it?
Why do penises have to be hidden while women's boobs and butts are overly pronounced?
Steven?
I don't know. So I think I'm gonna write Sophia and Lewis in to the next issue. Sophia will be leaning back against a 7-Eleven eating a hot dog while Lewis is standing naked against his car,
Oh
and
God!
and Sophia is like get that look of horror.
Sounds about right.
Oh, he's gonna need a short pencil. That's all I gotta say.
And in the very next scene he will get attacked by a uh, a monster.
7-Eleven Slurpees, yes.
Yes, thanks, Steve. I really appreciate that. Ryan, what was the one scene that Steven had you draw in Dirty Living that you were like, how am I gonna pull this off?
Um. Well, the street massacre, like Stephen was talking about, any page that's just like overflown with people. There's like a whole bunch of people, a lot going on. Those are always a lot of fun, but there's a lot of you know pieces to move around and get them in the right spots. So whenever there's a lot of kind of logistics of where everybody goes, it gets a little harder. And those are the ones that I kind of worry about. But it's okay. I kind of have fun with it and fill the page with fun stuff. Um, and the big shootout at the bank was a fun one because there's a little bit of gore, a little bit of kind of, cars blowing up and all this kind of cool stuff. And that was always fun to do. Car chases and, there's a lot of cars for some
Yeah,
reason. I don't know.
because you love to draw cars.
Yeah, I
Actually,
love to draw cars.
that bank scene, the bank robbery, that is, I mean, brilliant. There's some great artwork and illustrations by Ryan. I mean, he's really knocked that scene out of the park. It's awesome.
Yeah.
When you're formatting your story and you're doing the breakdowns, this question goes for Stephen. You already have your breakdown. You already have your format, and you were just talking about the bank robbery scene. How do you plan out what's going to be next? All right, we're gonna have a bank robbery scene. All right, next we're gonna have an exorcism. Oh, we're gonna go back to the strip joint next. Oh, all right, then we're gonna go across the street to this bar. How do you plan all of it out to make sure the continuity is straight? To hand it over to Ryan to have that continuity just flow. I mean, how tasking is that?
I mean, it's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I think about structures of stories and movies, and how, those sometimes go back. They do a little flashback, or they go from one thing to another. You just want to keep the reader interested, and leave them like almost hanging, and go back to something, and give them some more of that, and then leave them maybe hanging again, and just keep this pattern going. It's the best way to describe it. I've really never thought too much about it. Just kind of go with it, and sometimes I've had pieces where I'm like, oh no, this has got to go on page three, and I've had to do a little bit of maneuvering some stuff around, but
Okay. All right, Ryan. How is it with for you as an artist having continuity?
Characters, especially, Doug is going through this story. So everything that happens to him, he's getting the short end of the stick almost on every page. So I gotta make sure that his shirt stays ripped, his shoe stays broken, all these kind of
Mm-hmm.
things. He got a bullet hole in this arm. All these kind of things need to just kind of be correct all the way through. Because as an artist, I'm just happy to draw whatever, but I'm sure, but as a reader, I would go, that's wrong. That's wrong. So I worry about the viewer, about them picking it apart more than I am about myself. I'm happy to let things go. I'm pretty loose when it comes to a lot of that stuff, but I'm thinking about the reader all the time. You know.
yeah, I also try my best to say, don't forget Doug's right hand is cut. Don't forget this. Don't forget that. Because as a writer, you're like, well, I already wrote that. It did that. Whatever happened, and I'm moving on to the next panel or whatever. And sometimes it's important to say, don't remember. I mean, don't forget Doug's phone is smashed. The screen is smashed, or something like that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
All
All
right.
right, Sophia, do you have a question? Because you did.
I was just agreeing with what was said.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. All right. Thank you. Speaking of that, how does the little things? Again, this is going to Stephen. The little things like the smashed phone, like the shoe being untied. How do the little things like that, the little nuisances in life, how do those come into your creative mind when you're writing a story? You're like, oh, he's gonna crack his phone at this point. How do those ideas become involved in your storytelling when you're writing something? How do you like, oh, what would be good if he cracks his phone? How often, or in your creative process, do you realize that something like that would work?
It all right. So two ways. Sometimes it's for a reason. We're gonna foreshadow something that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to, be like, oh, this is. I got to make sure that this is this. Like there was a toolkit up on the roof where Artie gets mauled by by dogs, and Doug had to put his guts back together. So I had to make sure there was a toolkit, conveniently with duct tape and a staple gun. So that's something that was planned. But the weird one was the pineapple, and the coconut. I just put it like okay, this is going to be random. Like Doug's walking into this house. There's a random pineapple and coconut in within this kitchen thing scene, and as I was writing, I'm going, oh, that's why there's a coconut. I it was just I'm going to add some weirdness. I'm going to add some craziness, and then as I'm writing, I'm like, okay, now I can add this. That coconut now is evidence. You have to read it to know what I'm talking about. Ryan knows.
Right, the coconut. Yeah. So the coconut itself, again, it's one of those weird little things that just pops up in the script that I kind of elevated it a little bit by making it almost, I gave it a little bit of a personality, and Doug's interaction with it. He's kind of playing with it while he's sitting there, so it kind of becomes a little bit of a little like character in itself. It has a little bit more personality, and it does, it does become evidence in the end. So
You almost want that coconut to talk to you. And when you see the coconut, it's got like a skull face, and it's awesome.
I remember that from last
talked.
time.
Yes, I was just going to say that we
Yeah.
talked about this once before. Really quick, what weekend is the exclusive cover, uncensored? What weekend is this cover available for you guys? I know we could talk about the weekend. We can't talk about. I don't want to talk about the event. But what weekend is this book available?
right. So it's available in August 7th, 8th, and 9th. So if there's some sort of show around where you can find me, where I'll be, just we're all going to be there. The whole creative team will be there at the table. It's going to be me, Steven, and uh,
Keith.
and Keith. Yeah, the letterer Keith. So we're all going to be together, so you can get it signed for no extra charge.
Keith Gleason, right?
Yeah.
Keith Gleason, yeah, he did
Oh,
our letters.
yes.
Yeah. So I've been looking for a letterer for a while, and I kept seeing his work, and I was like, this is perfect. It's classic. It's clean. It's just what I wanted. So I've known him for a little bit, and I just kind of had to have him on the book. So he just makes it all the more. So
Yeah, he's amazing. He really adds a lot to it.
oh yeah.
All right. So if you guys are going to put together an A team for another book, another project, who would the A team be? I'm sorry about that. Something happened.
Yeah, we can hear that.
There you go. It's better. Who would your A team be?
Me, I'm the A team.
No, I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Besides you.
Ryan is the A team.
And how
Yeah,
many
I'm
is Lewis allowed to buy?
There's only so many. They're limited, so get there quick. Yeah. So the regular issue is always going to be available, the regular cover, but the exclusives are only going to be there starting with Terrificon, and once they sell out, once that weekend is over, then they're gone. So
Dang, that's super exclusive.
Yes.
super exclusive.
Dang. Lewis, are you going to
Hey.
cry if you don't get one?
No. I know a guy who knows a guy. I know two guys, actually. If I wanted the book, I know two guys that can get that. Hey, we got to
There
take
you
30 seconds. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about dirty living. Sophia.
The Erica Legacy Foundation is a foundation that exists to help people in need that are going through a hard time mentally or emotionally. If you or a loved one is going through a hard time, please go check out the Erica Legacy Foundation. The website is theericalegacy.com. And
It's now time for quiz with Quimsel.
And Sophia on the beat, we turning heads, bringing heat to the street. Get ready now, it's our time to shine. Feel the rhythm, every move is divine. Feel the madness, it's a party in your soul. Feel the madness, let the good times roll. Feel the madness, come and join the ride.
all right, guys, I'm going to ask a question and you have to answer correctly. First will be the guests, then chat, then Lewis. Question is, which line from a Minecraft movie became a viral sensation causing pandemonium in theaters?
Chicken jockey.
Wow, okay. Lewis,
Maybe I don't know. That's my guess.
you look so dumbfounded. You're like,